Well, let's give some time for some people to come in here because there's some stuff that just grinds my gears in my job right now. Like I just, some things just drive me nuts. And I don't know. Like I think whenever I came in, like I was more prepared for this career, and like there was only one thing for me to do, and that was put everything I have into doing this. And I think that a lot of people come here without drive. I think that a lot of people come here not knowing what they're getting themselves into. And it shows. It shows whenever we'll take anybody that's been watching my channel for any amount of time knows that one of my things that I'm always preaching about is like study your pre-trip. And pre-trip will show me a lot about how my student is. Like, how bad do you want this? I will see it real quick through your pre-trip. Like, it takes some studying, some dedication, some work on it. Like, it's not just gonna be like, oh man, pre-trip just came to me one day and I'm just the bomb at it. No, it's gonna take some work at it. You gotta put in those hours. Like I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't know what to do anymore with this pre-trip business because I try and I try and I'm all like, look, guys, I'm gonna give y'all 5 days, and I just keep on taking a day away. What I'm trying not to do is start off my whole training thing with like, hey, it's your first day. Learn the entire pre-trip before we even move on. But like I'm almost to that point. And it's just like I try to give you an opportunity to, hey, everyone studies different. Here you go. Start studying it. And it's just like if I'm not there lighting that fire under my student or whatever, it just doesn't get done. And like I just get so frustrated with that. Like you come out here to get a CDL, like come out here to work hard on it. Like show me what you can do. This is the show me state. That's what they say here. Show me. I don't believe nothing you say till you can show me. And then at the end of the day, when we get to that point where I'm all like, all right, we're 4 or 5 days into this. Let's check your pre-trip, and it's horrible. And I'm like, you know what? Now we're gonna now I got to set out here and babysit you. So like you can't be mad at anyone but yourself when you're in that predicament. No, it's just craziness. Like whenever I started training in 2018, and whenever I came in the program before that, right? You were sent home. Like if you were not out there studying and if you were showing up late, that's the next thing that's driving me nuts right now. And this is not only my students. Like I will tell you right now, I'm hearing this from more and more instructors out there. Like whenever I came in, it was, hey, on time is late. On time is late. You better get there early. You cannot be late or we're sending you home. And with that being said, if people were late, they were sent home. And I just don't feel like that happens anymore. Like I've been having people come in late, all kinds of stuff. And you're here at a job interview. Like, guys, you gotta buckle down. This is a job interview. This whole process of PSD is a job interview. Straight up. It's the longest one you'll ever have. If you're over here just messing around and not taking it serious, then we don't need you here. Straight up. And I hate being like that, but at the end of the day, like I come to work at a certain time. Me and one of my buddies, I ain't gonna say who, but we were out there talking. He's never been on this show before. But we were out there talking, and I was all like, "Dude, you're up super early in the morning." And he was all like, "Yeah, my guy decided that he was going to come in late, or the other day he just didn't come in, or whatever the case may be." And he was all like, so now we're on these early hours. And I was all like, man, the like not coming in, you're coming in late, stuff like that. Like, what kind of job interview lets you allows you to just be like, you know what, I'm gonna come in whenever I want? Like, who does that? What company does that? I'll come in 2 days from now to do my job interview. Like, that's craziness. Steven says, how's the pack going? Did they pick up on recruiting people in? They haven't ever stopped bringing people in. So yes, they're still bringing people in, brother man. Um, if you put in that application, man, there might be a waiting list. Is the only thing. We haven't froze it, to my knowledge. We have not. Slowpoke says, oh boy, breaker, Slowpoke's in. Chad says, why are there so many drivers not able to drive manual transmission? New drivers are not necessary. Pre-trip inspection takes as long as it takes. There's 140 points to a pre-trip inspection. Like, okay, I will tell you right now, let's clear this up. If you are over there struggling on the pre-trip and you're over there having a problem on it, but you're working every day and you're taking every avenue you can to study it. Like, I don't want to come to the truck and be like, all right, driver's side fuel area, and you're all like, you walk to the back of the trailer and you're like, where's the driver's side fuel area, or whatever the case may be. That shows me right there you're not outside doing it. So if you're out there putting in work, oh, okay, take as long as you need. Like, let me help you out. Let's see what we can do. You know, that's different than somebody just not doing it. You know what happens usually whenever I'm all like, all right, we're studying pre-trip my way. What usually happens when they study pre-trip my way is it's done like that. And I'm like, wow, you learned that pretty fast. Yeah, I just, honestly, I just didn't want to put in the effort till now. What do you mean you didn't want to put in the effort? Like, do you not hear yourself? So, I mean, it's kind of how it is. As for you had something else on here too. So many drivers not able to drive manual transmissions. We're not doing the, like, we don't have as many manual trucks anymore. I don't even know of one. I don't even know of one PSD trainer that has a manual still. So that's why if you test out on a automatic transmission, then you get the automatic transmission. Yes, I'm in TNT right now. I remember when I came through the class, after me was only 7 people. Says, yeah, you did make pre-trip really easy with the colored codes. Yes, and that's another thing. I give people this easier pre-trip to study. I'm all like, hey, look, it's easier. It's going to help you out. And they don't want to use it, which I'm fine with. So I go check the pre-trip. I can check any pre-trip you bring. I can check a mixture of them. But whenever I check your pre-trip and you can't do nothing, like, I'm going to pick one. I'm going to be like, look, I'm going to make a decision here. We haven't made a decision yet. We're going to use this one. Or whichever one you might be closer to. I might be like, hey, we're going to use the prime one because guess what? We're closer to knowing it. Because I'm going to listen to you. And whichever one I feel like you're more comfortable with, that's the one I'm going to go with. What trucking company do you work for? I work for the Prime Inc., buddy. I work for Prime Inc. Slowpoke says you got to put in the effort to make the journey successful. It doesn't stop at receiving your CDL. Be open to tough love, communication, and personal responsibilities. Yes, sir. Like, you are responsible for your pre-trip. You're responsible for listening. My big thing, you're responsible for coming in on time. Like, there's no excuse of being late. And the worst excuse you can give me, this is one of the worst excuses you can give me, is it's the shuttle's fault. You know that the shuttles are not the fastest things in the world, so you need to be there extra early. What are you talking about? I just sometimes it just grinds my gears, and like, there's a lot of things that just kind of get to me, and I felt like Monday, let's roll with the punches. Let's talk about what's getting to me. Also, like home, everybody wants to know, hey, when am I going home time? Am I like I'm about to test out? Can I go home? When do I go home? Like your recruiters should tell you that your PSD part is going to take about from orientation to getting your CDL is going to take around 2 to I think they say 4 weeks. So right there, you ain't going home for that long, and then they tell you, hey, be prepared because you're going to stay out. There's a possibility that you can stay out for some of your TNT too. Like you might not have that opportunity to go home in the middle of it. And at the end of the day, listen to this. I came out October the 13th and I didn't see my first home time till Christmas. So that's October, half of October the 13th, November 13th, that's 1 month, December 13th, that's 2 months. So I was out for over 2 months before I went home. At the end of the day, the thing that kept me motivated, and this is what I think people really need to think about, what's gonna motivate you to be successful. So my motivation was if I was not successful and I did not buckle down and get my stuff done, then there was a possibility that I was going to lose everything I ever worked for, like my house, maybe my cars, like my family depended on me. Like I had to buckle down and like work on this stuff and work on it hard. And that's the reality of it is that I had to buckle down and work to get where I'm at. And I took every opportunity I could. Like these people that get to be trained on the pad nowadays, like you have the most opportunity to do pre-trip. The guys that come over the road with me, we might we might run our entire shift and be like, hey, we're stopping for a 10-hour break. We only have 10 hours. You got to get some pre-trip done. You got to get some pre-trip done. You got to go take your shower, got to get something to eat, talk to the family, and get some sleep. Get some sleep. So that's not much time. Not much time. It's not much time at all. So you just gotta buckle it down, man. Good evening, Jeffrey Wright. Good evening. What's going on, Jesse? Yo yo yo. Quality of audio. It's still working. Told me my audio wasn't working. But I was really motivated. I had people depending on me. I will tell you about myself. Like I went from like I was working overtime every day. I was working 12 to 14-hour shifts and I was working every day. I would work 7 days on and 1 day off. So, and I did that throughout the whole year pretty much. And I had to use that overtime to help pay my bills and stuff. And whenever they had a budget cut and they cut out some of our money, like it was the first thing they cut was that overtime. So I lost out on pretty much I went from making like 67,000 a year to making 35,000 a year. That was a big budget cut. That was like cutting my salary pretty much in half. And I was like, "Oh man, what am I gonna do?" It took me a couple days to figure out what I was doing. First day they told us about the budget cut was on our Monday. I called around my boys in the oil field. I said, I gotta get out there in the oil field, man. Hey, like, is there any positions like driller, like you know, worm, whatever? Like I'm started on the bottom. I don't care. Like I'm working my way up. and they weren't hiring in the oil field. So then I ended up having to go to, or I kept calling my buddies in the oil field. I finally got one that said, "Get your CDL. Truck drivers out here make great money." And I was like, "Really? Get my CDL?" And yeah, and they're the last people the oil field fires. So I was like, you know what? You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Like I'm gonna get my CDL and I'm gonna go back home and go to the oil field. Well, I believe in job security big time, so that's one of the reasons I stayed here. And also, my oil field friends, they don't have job security, and I'm big on job security, so they're always job to job, and that's kind of why I ended up staying where I'm at. Because guess what? People always have to eat. So people always have to eat. My job is. I feel like my job's pretty stable. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna get laid off anytime super fast. So I feel like my job is pretty secure. And since I've been out here truck driving and doing this, I have not felt like I had to live paycheck to paycheck. There's been some bad weeks, there's been some good weeks, but I've never felt like I had zero in my savings at the point that if do I have to pay my house payment or do I have to put gas in my car? Or maybe do I have to pay the light bill or put gas in the car? I've never been to that point while I was trucking. Whenever I worked other jobs, I've been to that point where I was like, oh, I can either eat food, I can eat lunch today, or I can smoke cigarettes. I'm smoking cigarettes. Like, hey, doesn't cigarettes suppress your hunger? So if I buy a pack of cigarettes, that might last me to payday. I won't even have to eat nothing. I'll just smoke cigarettes. Every time I'm hungry, I'll smoke an extra cigarette to kill that pain. I've been there. I've been there. And since I came out here, I have not had to live like that anymore. So it is what it is. It's I just get frustrated sometimes. We all do. It's human nature. I get frustrated sometimes and just man, I wish more people came in here and like were buckled down and were like, you know what? I want my CDL 100%. I want it bad. I'm hungry. Like, it's time for me to eat because like I'll give you examples like my students that come in and they're all like, man, I've always wanted my CDL. I'm going to do my hardest. I have to do this because I got to pay my bills, stuff like that. Those guys are the easiest to teach because they listen to every word I say. They want to perform the best. They want to be like, I'm the best student you ever had. That kind of deal, yada, yada, yada. Like they want to be the best. And it shows because whenever like, hey, how's your pre-trip going? Oh, I already know this, and this. I'm all like, really? You know all that? Yeah. You test them on it, you're all like, man, this dude's full of it. I don't believe this. You go check him on it, and he doesn't know it. You're all like, this is this is awkward. Like he does know this stuff. So I mean, it is what it is. Oops. Early is on time, 2 hours before you start your shift. Yes. Do you work for the prime trucking company? I do. Minor mistakes when I went solo, backing, you will make tiny mistakes and learn from them. Yes, 100%. As you go throughout your career, you're going to find out that, you know, you're going to feel like you can't back. And you're going to be like, man, I'm not confident. I'm not confident. Look, with time and practice, you will become better and better and better at it. And shoot, I didn't feel like I could back till I started. I was out on my own. Like during TNT, I was like, I can't back still. I'm not ready to upgrade. My trainer was all like, you haven't woke me up in a while. You're getting off the truck. You're ready. My first dock, I was super nervous, but guess what? We got it done. This flat better. What's going on? Uh, my butt and my back hurts from all the driving. Anyone have this issue? Lots of people do. The purple seat cushions, they work really well. Trailblazer, getting into this career, you need to know your why. Exactly. Get that fire under you. Get that passion. Ray, what's good, Twisted? What's good, chat? Oh, Ray, we're doing great. We're just hanging out, seeing how everyone's doing. I was complaining. I'm done complaining now. I feel like maybe. Um, Earl says, listen to your trainer and instructors. The most part, they are there for a reason. Any good trainer is there to make you successful at your job as a trainee is to absorb the information, the trainer knowledge. Yeah, so at the end of the day, we're there to teach you, we're there to help you, we want you to succeed. And another thing with that is like, look, I'm getting paid when you pass. If you don't pass, guess who's not getting paid? I'm not. So I'm going to invest myself completely into you and make you successful. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make you successful. I'm not going to let you just go out there and fail the test because guess what? I'm losing money at the end of the day. That and I want you to succeed. I want you to become successful. So if I don't teach you everything that you need to know to pass that test, guess what? I'm not getting paid. I'll if you notice, I like to eat, man. Look at me. I'm a big guy. If I don't get paid, then I'm gonna have to weigh my options. Cigarettes to suppress my appetite or eat something. Good night to everyone. Early delivery tomorrow. Later, Slowpoke. How do I? Uh, I had a student tell me CDL stands for can't do labor. Yeah, I heard that one before too. Simple plan trucking, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. Bill says, "Oh, Bill says your back hurts because the steering wheel's bigger than a car, and will take some some getting used to. Try a 5 gallon bucket or." I had a student one time. So get this. I had a student one time come out here and he's driving the truck and he's all like we don't even get that far. First off, we were going to St. Louis, I think. It was going to be an easy drive, like straight I-44 straight to St. Louis. Not that big of a deal, right? Easy drive, first day. Like, let's go. He's driving on the road. We didn't even get to Rolla, I don't think. I think we barely got to I think we probably jumped on at exit 82, got onto 44 and made it to I don't know, probably halfway to Rolla. I don't know. We stopped somewhere. I can't even remember where we stopped, but stopped in that first rest area, the one that's gravel. So that one ain't even that far. I'm pretty sure that that's the one we stopped at. But the guy was all like, "The steering wheel's heavy, man. The steering wheel's heavy." Like we had an empty trailer and everything. I'm all like, the steering wheel's heavy. I never heard the steering wheel was heavy before. Like that was news to me. Like I was like, okay, I was like, I've never heard that before. I'm all like, how heavy is your steering wheel in your car? Well, it's not as heavy as this truck. And I was like, okay, that's a little bit strange. Then he got mad at me because I was like, I've never had no one say that to me before. The steering wheel was heavy. I said, you got an empty trailer. So he wasn't happy with that. And we pulled over and I just switched out with him because he was complaining. He was tired and all kinds of stuff. Then the next day I got another load. Like I drove it the rest of the way, all the way to St. Louis and back because he was steering wheel was too heavy. So next day we get another load, and I'm all like, he showed up, and I was all like, hey, we got another load. He was all like, my stomach hurts, my stomach hurts. Wouldn't you know that he went in there and quit on me because the steering wheel was too heavy. And I was like, really, dude, you're quitting because the steering wheel's too heavy? I think I heard it all now. So I don't know. Has anyone else felt how heavy the steering wheel was and said, you know what, I'm going to quit today because the steering wheel is just too heavy? Anybody? My thing is like sometimes you got to be motivated out here. If you don't want to drive and you don't want to do this, then you're not going to get it. If you want this, you're going to get it. Uh, Trailblazer says they don't want it bad enough. They think it's cakewalk trying to become a great truck. You need to be coachable and teachable. 100%. 100%. You need to be able to follow directions. You need to be able to learn. You need to have your head completely in this, like 100%. You want, like, I try to encourage my guys. I really do. I can't be the only one that wants you to get your CDL at the end of the day. We're a team here. It's like we're both in a rowboat. So in a rowboat, I'm on one side, you're on the other side. So my knowledge and teaching is going to be rolling this side of the boat. And you following directions and doing all the stuff I taught you is rolling the other side. That's how we're going to ride down the stream. If I'm over here trying to teach you and you're not listening and not following directions, we're just going to go in circles. Or maybe you're the one that's doing all the work over there, and maybe your trainer ain't doing nothing, you feel like, so you're just going in circles. You're not getting nothing done. Trail says, oh, actually Bill. Oh, Trail, I read that one. Was flat better night night 2 a.m. rollout. Hey, be safe out there. I like your channel too. The Trailblazer says if you're thinking, no, if y'all like the content, smash the like button. Yeah, go ahead and hit the like button if you're in here. All 12 of you. Earl says I didn't feel like I was ready when I was eligible to upgrade. I was scared on my backing. Now I'm much better. 18 months later, I'm able to back in almost any spot as long as it's not blindside. Yeah. No, I feel you, man. Like I do. And think about it like this. How long is it? 18 months? Where is it at? 18 months. 18 months. So think about this also, guys. Whenever you come out here to these trucking companies, you go to a trucking company or wherever you go, think about this. 18 months. 18 months. And he's just like he's feeling better and better, and he's getting more confident. And you wonder why these better paying jobs out there, they require like 2 to 3 years of experience. That's why right there is because once you're going to be more confident, you're going to be better at it with more experience. Gonzo Trucker says, you're talking to Miss Flatbetter. Never learned how to blindside. Blindside's really hard. Don't do it unless you have to. I hold the steering wheel, one hand at the bottom, like I drive my personal car. You'll get tired holding it like I use two hands on my steering wheel. Um, that thing is heavy, man. I'm telling you, that steering wheel is so heavy. I'll never forget that guy, man. That steering wheel was too heavy. He just didn't have the heart from it. Like I will tell you this, guys, if you think you're coming to Prime Inc., if you think you're coming to Prime Inc. to get a free CDL, you got another thing coming. This CDL ain't free. It's gonna take some work, and you're gonna have work, commitment, dedication. You can't get a free CDL. Nothing out here is free. That CDL is worth too much money to be handing it out like water. Trailblazer, my stomach hurts. Laughing too hard. Adam Woolley says heading off to Prime in Salt Lake. I'm going flatbed division. Any advice, brother? You, hey, that pre-trip. I'm telling you, that pre-trip. Get out there and study it. Show your trainer how much you want this. It will show by the pre-trip that you can do. Be on time. Don't be late. Like, you know, get it done. It's that peace. It's and that's what it takes. That's what it takes. Is like it really does. It takes work to get that CDL. No one's getting it free here. Nobody is. This. Look at this guy coming over here. Look at this guy. Where's the best
Go.
barbecue come from?
Y'all trying to say Texas, but that's not true.
Can't even say Texas.
What you doing, man?
Best barbecue comes from River Rich. No, Rich River. West. No, River.
Rich's River Smokers, West
Rich.
Virginia.
Yeah, I mess it up every time because
It's all good.
I'm always like, have to switch your name around, and then I'm all like, is it Smokers before Virginia or is it Virginia before Smokers? Always throws me off.
Yeah, it's all
You
good,
cook
man.
some food? You cook some good stuff?
No, not yet. No,
Not yet.
no. Trying not. I
How's
don't
that
got
home
my.
time going?
Oh, it's going. I just got back from taking some stuff to the truck. I don't have any. I don't have my tripod with me. Left it in the
Oh,
truck, so
no good.
not set up properly. So
You gonna be you gonna be coming over here to the company picnic and the truck driving event?
yeah, yeah.
And you're entering the event, aren't you? You're gonna show how good you drive, right?
Well, we'll see. Yeah, they teach us to stay away from things. That's as close as that is. See how close you can get.
Yeah, I always felt that it was weird too. Like they're all like, "Oh, let's do a championship. Let's do a driving competition where you get close as you can to everything." I do think it's weird too. It's definitely different.
Yeah, definitely, definitely different.
I think we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. Hey, I got that for you. That vape.
Oh, okay.
They did have a flavor that was Red Bull.
Dude, I've been trying to get Red Bull for the longest time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, bring it with you. Don't mail it. Mailing it costs money. No, well, I know you're from the NBA and you make enough that you can afford it, but
I've had expensive home time, brother. I've had an expensive home time.
oh no, that's not good. You'll have
Yeah.
to tell me about it later on.
No, I mean, I
How's
had
the
to put.
caviar?
Go
How's the
ahead.
caviar and dreams truck?
It's doing just fine. I went and took some dry goods up to it today. Just got back not too long ago, and having a cup of coffee and just chilling out.
When are you coming back over the road?
Going to the truck Thursday night, getting ready for Friday morning.
What's the best time? What's the best day of the week, do you think, to come back out from home time?
For a lease guy. What I have found, fucking stain on my goddamn shirt, man. What the fuck, man? Never fails. Sorry, bro.
What have you found out?
I've found out that for what works better for me is to put your PTA in for like a Sunday and bring a load or two into that weekend, and then come out the next Friday. So you're getting the loads in on the pay period you're going home, and then you're coming out like the day after the next one starts. So that works out pretty good.
So you're pretty much getting, instead of a whole payment, some of that revenue that you made will cover the.
Yeah, this week, this pay period here is getting ready to end tomorrow. Um, I may break even, or have to pay a couple dollars because loads wasn't. I mean, they were good, but they wasn't. You know, like going to New Jersey good. So
Yeah.
so, but nonetheless, still making money at
Jersey,
Prime
yeah.
Inc. Like nobody, like everybody says you can't make money at Prime. So still making money.
I do hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. People are all like, "You can't make any money at Prime," but I don't think anybody's over here at Prime. I haven't really heard nobody over here complaining that they're 100% like broke, losing everything.
Well, the ones that are just can't manage their money. So, and me and that's the name of the game is money management.
If you know how to save your money, and if you know how to save it and not blow it on all the junk, and
Like
if
Versace and shit like that.
yeah, hey, we can spoil ourselves every once in a while. You smell like $1 million when you're wearing that Versace, though.
I used to feel like $90, right?
About $90. I'll never forget you spraying that in my truck. I was like, "Hey, just don't spray that in my truck." And I'm driving down the road. Whole truck smell like Versace cologne for like a week or
Yeah,
longer.
there's gotta be some consequences or repercussions for spending my money.
We gotta get you suited up for this company picnic.
We can go back to DXL, but we're not dropping the coin like that. Just need something simple.
I'll never forget that freaking lady over there at the cologne counter. We're all trying to find cologne. It was impossible to find cologne, and then we were trying to find that cologne, and I'm all like, I go up to the counter, and I'm all like, "Hey, I got a guy over here with unlimited funds, and he wants the best cologne y'all have. Where's that at?" And she was all like, "What?" I go, "That guy over there has unlimited money. He needs the best stuff."
Yeah.
We're doing that again.
No, we're not doing that again. Not
Oh,
this time.
it was fun.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
I took a
But
lot of pictures.
yeah, I still got them pictures.
You haven't deleted them?
Some of them, are just kind of duplicate I have, but the ones that I can like, kind of blackmail you with, I kept those.
Oh, I'm not surprised. You got any tips for driving, getting used to driving overnight?
um, well, it helps to get sleep. I know it's going to be tough to flip the script, you know, but if your load delivers, in the morning early or late at night, you best go ahead and flip that script from the beginning of the load. That way you're used to it, but then The only tip I have is just have people to talk to, have stuff to listen to. I don't know if there's any trick to it or not. Just get as much sleep as you can. Kind of flip the script on the, let the load run what it needs to run, how the hours it would. But just have coffee or energy drinks or have people to talk to. Which we're very fortunate to have. You know, people in Discord to talk to. Um, but I mean, if the load is worth it, the next load could run days. So, or you can take a 10 after so get some rest. But Kenny, I'm
Yeah.
not so sure that there's a tip or trick of getting used to driving overnight. It does take some getting used to.
I think something that helps out is if you're checking your mirrors more and you're moving your
Yeah.
head, you're building up, you're having that blood pump and it's flowing better. It's
Hmm.
gonna be able to stay up longer.
Oh, I do have a
Pull
trick though.
over. Do what?
Crunchy stuff like eating peanuts or chips. Crunchy stuff will you get tired just kind of munching on crunchy, chips, candy, peanuts, and that'll kind of help keep you awake too.
Get out and take a walk ever so often instead of if
Yep.
especially if you got the extra time on the load, like you might pull over like two or three more times than you're normally doing during the day. Just
Hmm.
walk around that trailer, walk inside the truck stop, walk somewhere, then get back in the truck and continue on, or do some jumping jacks out there, something. Get the blood
Yeah.
flowing.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't mind driving at night. I will, but
yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. But I'll do it.
I don't think too many people are. I rather drive early morning than like driving from afternoon to morning.
Let's see if you got to load a couple days though. You start 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You stop. It's gonna be you know in the morning when you stop. And then you're going to be, when that 10 hours over, you're going to start driving, through the night.
Yeah.
So,
Backwoods, how's it going, brother man?
what's going on, Backwoods?
Like Backwoods, he's a pretty cool dude. Uh, Worth. I take my CDL test tomorrow afternoon, maybe through training. I just gotta put it all together. Hey man, good luck. You got this. Just treat it as another day. Don't go in there nervous or nothing. Well, you're going to be nervous. It's test day. We'll just get that out the way. You're going to be nervous. But try to just treat it as another day practice and do exactly what you did when you practiced out there.
Yep. I was nervous when I tested out. I ain't going to
How
lie.
could you
I
have
was
been
nervous.
nervous when you tested out? You had a whole entourage out there with you.
It was still nerve wracking. Still nervous.
No, I know. I was too. And everyone deals with nerves differently. Um, you got any tips on nerves?
Um, just, all right, you've heard me melt down. So, um, just stay cool, calm, and collective. Don't drink coffee in the morning. If you're testing out, don't drink coffee. That'll make you a little jittery. That'll pump you up. Get you all excited. But just stay calm. Just stay calm. What I did in the morning before I tested at like 9 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. I went over everything before I went down there, just like a exam in high school. Go over it. And try to read the paper and stuff before you go to bed the night before, because what I found is if you read something right before you go to bed, it'll stick in your brain a little bit better because you're reading it, then going to bed. There's no thoughts in between.
Never thought about that. And and everyone's different. I will tell you what I kind of did before my test is I was a nervous wreck a couple days before my test, and my trainer was all like, "Man, I don't get this." He goes, dude, you would go in, you would suit up on the team and go in the cell with an inmate with a weapon or whatever, and y'all would that door would open and y'all would go straight in there and restrain them and take them out the cell. But you're scared to go out there and take your test. You're nervous about that. And I was like, yeah. He goes, what did you do before you suited up? Or how did you get enough courage when that door opens to go in there? I said, bro, like, we got pumped up before we did it. So, like, I kind of, man, whenever I went out there to take my test, I got the nicest examiner too. But I was like, I'm ready to take this dude's head off. Let's get this test done. You know, I was focused. I got a job to do. I'm gonna do it. And my examiner was real nice, and he was all like, "All right, here's what we're gonna do." I'm all like, "What you say?" you know. So it's everyone's different at the end of the day. What's going on, Oakdale? Look who jumped by a Pistol and says, "Yo, yo, yo! It's Pistol and on the tube."
On the tube. What's going on, Pistol Ann?
And this and a little pistol. I don't. Does
Pew
this mean?
pew.
On says in a manual transmission.
When I drove
That's the
20 years
manual.
ago, I did test in a manual transmission, and it was in a dump truck, and I actually had to do a 3-point turnaround, like pull into a street, like a dead end, do a 3-point turn, come out on the right side of the road, had to parallel park it, straight line back for 80 feet, something like that, 100, yeah, 80 feet, and then you had to dock it. You had to back up to a dock like we do on the alley dock, and then you had to put the back of the truck in the square, and then we went on a road test. So yeah, I
I
tested
didn't
in a
know.
manual.
I didn't know you. Class B. Is
Yeah,
that what
that
that
was a
was?
Class B truck. Yeah.
Class B. Yeah, I tested. First time I ever drove a manual was the truck, and I tested on a manual truck.
See,
I don't have a restriction.
Hans can talk all his shit, but he didn't. Yeah, I tested manual 20 years ago. I enjoyed the manual transmission, um, but because I got a blown out knee, and I don't miss pushing that 15 and a half inch clutch in. No way, shape, or form. I don't miss it at all.
Dude, it got old. Like
Yeah.
some advantages. There were some advantages to it, but
Hmm.
I think overall, like this manual transmission is not bad at all. I meant this
No.
meant this automated manual transmission because that's what it is. It's not bad
Yep.
at all. It works
No.
pretty smooth.
Yep.
Han says Kenny driving at nights is best. No traffic. There's still traffic, just not as much traffic. Uh, I gotta test a damn automatic yard truck. Has been manuals. It'll be a bit different. Okay.
Uh,
Simple Plan Trucking says he drives nights. Brooks drives days. Simple Plan, what's your suggestions for driving nights? That's what I want to know. Like, let me know. Let us know about your secret to staying up all night.
what's going on, Pappy Dave?
Dave Pistan says finally left the yard for my load to not be ready in Joplin.
Sounds like is that that's not Shriver? That General Mills,
Blue Buffalo.
the Blue but it, well, the General Mills pistol in.
No, I talked to her earlier. It's
Is that Blue
Buffalo.
Buffalo? Is it actual Blue Buffalo or is it General Mills at
Yeah,
the Blue Buffalo?
it's actual. Well,
Oh, anyway, whatever.
same building.
Same building.
Han says that's why large companies suck and test on automatic transmissions. Then you get the restriction on your license. That's why large companies suck and test.
Yeah, I'll take that. I don't give a shit. I don't plan on driving no stick nowhere.
I wasn't talking shit about prime drivers in yellow. I was talking to the guy in here.
Oh, I didn't think you were talking. I didn't think you were talking shit on prime drivers. I just think you were talking shit on people that drove automatics.
Yeah. Oh, it is General Mills.
Shwaka.
General Mills. I don't like going to that little General Mills over there.
Oh, that's not bad. I mean, I don't know. I only delivered there. I dropped it at the Blue Buffalo yard. Thanks to
See, and
Pistol
I
Man.
I didn't even know that they did that. Like I had to go to the inside that building with that long like covered thing that you drive through, and then you drive up to the guard shack, and then you had to go, and it was under construction, and it was tight back there because they were
Still
redoing some
is.
stuff.
Still is under
Still is
construction. Yeah.
horrible over there. That dude said MEFFF.
Hmm?
I don't know. Some guy over there put a comment. I have no idea what it means. So how long has your lease been now? How long have you been leasing?
September 7th will be 1 year.
1 year. You gonna do a review on your channel about it?
Uh, Possibly. I'll do something.
Okay. If you weren't, I
I
was
had
about to
all.
ask you about it.
I had all. Well, whatever. I mean, I might put one out. We'll see. I was gonna do a couple videos while I'm being at home, but I haven't
No
even
work
had
while
the
you're at home. Enjoy it.
gumption.
That's
So
what I'm saying. When you're at home time, you've been out here working. Last thing you want to do is go make some videos. I'm getting to that point too. Like I think I have 4 videos wrote down that I just need to record. Like I'm all like, all right, I wrote these down. These are the ideals I need to do. I just need to hit record and do them. And I just have not wanted to.
I didn't even know you were doing a live, man. I wanted to text you to take a picture of that vape juice I got you, and you sent me a StreamYard. I'm like, is he doing a live? I was in the middle of doing something, and I was like, well, I'll get in for a little bit. So
Yeah, I just started it up and then your text came through and I was all like, well, I said either he'll join the stream yard or he'll be like, oh, he's doing a live. Either way, I was all like, it's a win-win.
yeah, I didn't even see a notification come up.
Yeah, dude, today I had it back. So I went to this place, right? And they're all like, no, that trailer goes up the street. I was like, that's cool. So I like take it up the street, and they're all like, "Hey, we want you." First off, their yard, like their little yard, was like looked like box trucks can't even fit in it. It
Uh,
was like real small, and they're all like, "Yeah, we want that trailer backed into that spot right there." I'm all like, "How am I even gonna get this in here?" So like, I was all like, "Man, this one driveway is the only place that I could probably make it through, and I doubt it." Oh my gosh! Like I barely made it through there. I thought this, I was gonna flip that trailer, man. Like I was that close to like in the bar ditch. Like it was scary. And then they're all like jackknife it in front of that Jeep and just drop it there. We don't care if you block that Jeep in because we don't know whose it is. I'm all like, what?
Pistol man
Even
guy.
if the Jeep wasn't there, there wasn't enough room to jackknife it in there. There still wasn't enough room. I'm all like, I was like, look, dude, I'll put it at an angle. I said, I'll put it at an angle. So their building's like, so the front of their building's there, and it didn't have much room. It was like this, and they wanted it aimed to the corner over here. They wanted the trailer like this with a Jeep that was right here. It would have been in the middle of the trailer. So I just dropped it like that. I said, bam, all at an angle. Like it was like something like that, and the
Yeah.
Jeep was right here. And I was all like, "That's the best I can do." And I left. But on the way out, I was all like, I was looking at everything, and I was all like, "How is somebody gonna get this trailer out of here?"
That's not your problem.
That's what I was saying. So what I'm thinking is next time I see that, hey, we need you to go to this place, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm sick or something. I'm not getting that
Yeah,
trailer out. I
they
did
make
tell
you.
them I was all like, hey, look, I told them I was all like, look, I got that trailer in there, but you're gonna have to find a yard dog or something to get it out of there because one of these trucks, one of these sleeper trucks, you ain't getting it out. You would have to do from that little parking lot, you would have to do like a U-turn kind of thing out of the driveway, and it's a 2-lane highway. Like it's not possible. The other two driveways have bar ditches, and I even got my bobtail stuck in their driveway. Like I couldn't even leave the place. It kept on getting stuck. I had to like roll it back and let it roll back and hit the
Yeah,
accelerator until I got
right.
it unstuck and into the road. And I was like, peace. I ain't coming back here again.
Yeah, I don't blame
It's
you.
horrible. Horrible. Han says, I may go lease with Western Flyer Express next year if I can get me a Kenworth. Never heard of Western Flyer Express.
Yeah, they're you see them, Western Flyer. Um, I haven't heard bad things about them. I mean, I've heard about them. They're better than a Hurricane. Yeah,
I hear bad stuff about Hurricane.
I talked to a lot of Hurricane drivers, and they are not happy. So,
Their big thing was, hey, you can pick everything about your truck and we will order it to you. I don't even know if they still do that, but when they first came out, that's what they were hollering, and everybody was all like, "Oh,
but we'll pay you no money to drive a big shiny rig with a bunch of shitty ass lights on it.
right."
Hey, some guys are about the glamour, man.
So here's Simple Plan Trucking's answer to driving at night. Number one, get at least 8 hours of sleep. Number two, have your drinks and snacks ready to roll. Number three, have your podcast book on tape, music ready to go. Then roll for 7 hours. Take your 40, drive another hour. Take a
Take a
40
break.
minute.
Take a 40. Take I think it meant 30 or take your 30 or 40 minute break and drive another
Okay.
hour.
Take you a good sized break.
Basically the same thing we said.
Oh, he said take your 30. He fixed it.
Yeah, there you go.
I was all like,
We
take your 40. A
we knew what you
little
meant,
lost.
Pappy. Pappy Dave. We knew what you meant.
Take
See,
your 40.
he has the shakes, so he hit 40 and hit the four instead of the three. You
He has
know,
the shakes.
he has
He
the
hasn't. He
shakes.
just woke up and hasn't had his snacks yet.
Yeah.
I was talking about him today. One of my students brought a foam cup to my truck, and it was in the cup holder, and I was a styrofoam cup, and I was like, man. And so this morning when he came in, I was all like, you see that styrofoam cup right there? It has to go. And I was like, you gotta throw that away. And I was like, I'm not touching it because it might have germs on it. Last time I touched one of those, I got COVID. So throw your cup away.
Nah.
I was miserable when I had COVID. I was miserable.
Hey, you want to see how
My
close?
wife wouldn't even.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna show you how close I live to the river. Hold on.
But my wife, she wouldn't even let me out of my room whenever I had COVID. I was not allowed to come out.
Ooh. Hey,
I
you want
like
to see
the
the truck?
lighting out there.
The truck I rented. Check it out.
And
I put my car in the shop.
what kind of truck is that? Uh-oh, you
Oh,
walk too far from the Wi-Fi.
no, it's got it. All right. So you see that behind me, right
Yeah.
there? That's the river. That's
So
the
it's right
literal.
across your driveway?
Yeah, right there. See it?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the river. Yeah.
You got enough room you can park your truck right out there.
I can't get it down here. I
Oh,
can't get it down here. So
that's not good.
yeah. Yeah, I just can't.
Uh-oh, the internet got them.
No, I had a phone call come in.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Got
Yep.
this new light over here, and I just can't figure out what color I need the light bulb to be. It has a lot of options. Because like this right here makes my face look so pale, I think. So I've been trying to figure out if like I like
Well,
it
you
more
are. I
like
mean, you are
this.
pretty pale. You're pale anyway, right?
I know I am, but like the light's not helping me.
I'm just saying, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Thomas has the freaking ring light, and his is good looking. Mine's I got these big old umbrellas everywhere and stuff.
the ring light is nice. The big
I
one
don't
though.
have one.
Never mind. I'm not
They're
gonna say
cheap. They're
anything.
like $19. I just don't. I never bought one because I'm all like, I don't know. Like, so what happens with me? The problem with the ring light for me is if I put this light in front of my face right here, you're gonna see the rings on my glasses. You ain't gonna be able to see my eyes.
Right.
So that's my problem with them. And if I put any lights like right, there's a certain angle I have to have my lights because if I don't, then you're gonna see like the shadow of my glasses all over my face, and I'm like really like this light has to be right here, and this light has to be right here facing that way, or it's gonna put some shadows on me
Right.
that I don't want.
Right.
I don't know. It's like OCD or something like that. I have no clue. This is what I do.
That's what you do. Yeah, how I got to put the some stuff in the truck for the cookout. So yeah, my
Oh, you got
injector.
everything in there?
Yeah, I'll get it's in the house. I just got to get it together and throw it in the truck. It's all good. I'm not done
That'll
loading
be
on the
good.
truck yet.
You figure out what all you're cooking? Or is it just two pork butts, or is it three now? Or
Well, if Jeff sticks to his seafood boil, we really don't
I
need but
forgot.
yeah, we don't need but maybe two pork butts. I mean, Tennessee smoker isn't really big enough for more than two. He said so.
I was
We'll
thinking
see.
about it. I was thinking about it. It's a freaking school night.
Hmm.
Yeah, my kids will be in school, so like I'm gonna have to leave early.
Yeah. Well, see,
I'm
front.
probably
Well,
just gonna bunk with you. Gonna bunk with you on top bunk.
okay. No, no, there is no top bunk. We're gonna have the spoon on the bottom.
Oh, that's okay. I'm down.
I'm just saying. I mean, I love you,
We
brother. You know.
we gonna squeeze peg leg in there too?
Absolutely not. It's gonna be a twisted and Rich's night.
I'm telling you, we're gonna put peg leg in Jeff's truck. He doesn't know it yet, but
Yeah.
peg leg's
But since Jeff falls asleep in the front seat, he don't use the bunk. So
that's right. He always has his window down too, so
yeah, yeah.
it's gonna be a good time. So if y'all don't know it, the Discord group is gonna be in town. A lot of the Discord group is gonna be in town for the picnic. So and whenever these guys get together, man, they're part of the NBA, and it's gonna be one heck of a time. That week we are probably not gonna have a Thursday night live.
If
What
you
is it?
do, If you do, it's probably going to have to be, you know, it won't
If
be
we do,
it would be rated R. You can't do that.
if we do, everybody's gonna see all the food we're having, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, these truckers are just wilding out tonight."
You got to release some pressure, man.
Hey, when it's time to play, it's time to play. Like whenever I used to come home, my wife used to tell me, she would be like, "I can't stand it when you come home, and because every time you come home, you spend like $1,000 to $2,000 easy. Like you just blow that money." And I'm all like, "Dude, I work hard. That way, when I come home, we're gonna have a good time. Like we're gonna go and you know have fun. Like I'm gonna pay for the guy next to me's food because he's eating by himself, so I'm paying for his food tonight. Like it makes me feel good. I'll tell that waitress, don't tell him who paid for it either. The guy's all the way across the room. He better not even look this way like he knows.
hmm Let's just
No,
say 2 grand is half of what I'm spending on home time.
this home time that you're on, or this home
Yeah,
time coming up.
this home time I'm on. Yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Hey, hey, at least you had a good time, right?
No, my car's in the shop, man. Like that's almost $1,900 as it is. Just getting the car fixed.
Got a rental
Yeah,
truck.
yeah. This is company expense. This is a write off I'm leaning on
What
right now.
what happened to the car?
Needed CV joints, like the axles were bad, the sway bar end links were broken. Needed brakes, pads, and rotors on the front. The drive shaft on the one side was seized up so bad they had to heat it up and beat it off because they couldn't press it off. So with labor and parts, it's about $1,900.
Oh,
So
good thing you pre-tripped it before you drove it.
it's been that way for a couple years. So yeah,
Oh, has it?
yeah, it needed some love. So it's original
Most
parts
definitely
on
get
it.
in it.
It's a 2011, so it's got original parts. So it's due.
Oh, that's like I got the 2006 Saturn Ion. That thing needs brakes right now, but I haven't got the brakes done on it, and it still has original brakes that came on the car. So, what
Yeah, this truck's pretty sweet, man. I don't know if you can see it.
kind of truck is it? I know it's silver, but what is it? Dodge, Ford, Chevy,
It's a Toyota.
Toyota.
Toyota Tundra SR5. Yeah, yeah.
If you
Look at
like
all
it,
the
you
lights.
like
Look
it.
at all the light. Look at all the lights in the back of it.
Even for the handle,
Yeah,
in
for
the
the handle.
bed too.
Yeah, in the bed. Yeah, yeah.
That sucks about your car, man. Are you gonna get it back before you leave on Thursday?
Yeah, pick it up tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
At least you're getting it back before you take off, because if you weren't, that would suck.
yeah,
That would definitely suck.
yeah. Oh,
I think Pittston went to that new backing test already. I think it started this week, so
oh, did it?
Pittston's going to be doing that. We get it December the 3rd, so they're going to paint it. They're going to paint it on the back pads back there, and that's where the truck driving competition happens.
Yep.
So So they're gonna paint it and everything. Hopefully they don't paint it till after the truck driving competition because it wouldn't. To me, it wouldn't make sense to go and paint it, make it brand new looking, and then do the truck driving competition on it.
You'll see how they do it. It's a good time. So
Tundras are the best trucks out there, says Kenny. Wait, watch your mouth, man. I drive a Chevy, bro. Like you're hating on me right now.
it's got a
I
turbocharged V6 in that thing.
turbocharged.
Yeah.
What kind of fuel mileage does it get?
Uh, you getting 10 something?
You froze 10 something?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm getting 20 in my truck, 20 in my V8.
Yeah. Well, I was
Probably getting
spooling it up.
better.
I spooled it up a couple good times, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does it have some get up?
Yeah, it doesn't do bad. Doesn't do bad.
Oh no, I never had one before.
Well, hey, are you going to get in Discord after the live? I got bounce.
Yeah, we can go over there right now then. We're out. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure y'all check out the Rich River Smokers, Virginia,
West Virginia.
West Virginia YouTube channel and subscribe to it. The most famous YouTuber Prime has.
Yeah, right.
See
Whatever.
him at the company picnic. He's going to have his own table to set out with all the famous YouTubers. They just flock around him. Don't even talk to him because he's going to act like, who's this little channel guy? Or do you even have a channel? No, I'm kidding. Y'all go tell him hi when you'll see him in Springfield. Maybe get his autograph too. We're out of here.
Oh, stop. Later.